Sahana bhavatu Sahano bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavabhai Tejasvinabhadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May Brahman protect us. May he guide us. May he give us strength and right understanding. May love and harmony be with us all. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Vedantasara of Sadananda Yogendra. We are studying the qualifications of a student of Vedanta. Sadananda Yogendra, the author of this book, says he should have 4 external qualifications. Please show me what is external qualification. First, he must learn how to discriminate between the real and the unreal. What is reality? The thing which exists all the time, past, present and future. What is unreal? The thing which changes, that is unreal. Second, dispassion, non-attachment. Attachment brings pain. Have everything, but don't be attached. Human beings, consciously, unconsciously, are always practicing renunciation. We always give up the lower things for higher things, impermanent things for permanent things. Sometimes people misunderstand renunciation. They think renunciation means something negative. I'll have to give up my wife or husband or children. It is not like that. To see impermanence in this universe is called renunciation. Sometimes I give this illustration. If somebody offers you $1 million job, will you not give up $10,000 job? When you get the highest, you always automatically give up the small, lowest things. That is called renunciation. Substitute. Vedanta says, if you get infinite bliss, will you not give up momentary pleasure? That is renunciation. Next, 6 disciplines. We discuss Shama, the control of the mind, Dhamma, the control of the senses, Uparati. You must learn how to withdraw your mind from problems, from sense objects. It is extremely important, otherwise you will be stuck. If a fly falls into honey, that fly dies because it is stuck. So these human beings, though when they are very much attached to these worldly things, they are like succumbed by this worldliness and they die. Die does not mean that he is not breathing. He is not aware about his nature. That is death. According to Vedanta, Atmahano Janaha, the person who does not know the Atman, the self, that person is akin to death. That is suicide. Upariti, I gave you another illustration, perhaps you remember. A tortoise moves with its 4 feet. If somebody hits the tortoise on the back, immediately it shrinks all its 4 legs, including the head. If you cut the tortoise into pieces, they will not take this. They will not expand their legs and head from the shells. It is an amazing phenomenon. The yogis learned that thing from the tortoise. how to withdraw the mind from the problems. The camels, when they move in the desert, they can sense the sandstorm from a distance. That sandstorm is coming. Immediately they hit their heads. They will lie down and hit their heads. And the human beings, those who guide that caravan in the desert, they immediately take shelter, because sandstorm can be very disastrous. So yogis have developed a fifth, sixth sense through meditation. Whenever there is any problem in life, they can sense. Immediately they know how to draw. That you will have to learn. Sometimes when tornado comes, you know that how to take the shelter in the basement. If the house is blown away, still your life will be saved. And always keep one side of their windows little open, so that the whole house, there will not be airtight, something like that. I heard that it saves the house. That is called upurati. Next is titiksha. That is, we shall start from titiksha today. Titiksha shitoshnadi dandva shaishnuta. Titiksha is the endurance of heat and cold and other pairs of opposite. Endurance, being unruffled by pleasure and pain arising from heat and cold, which are the inevitable associates of the body, by meditating on the pure self, which is always free from dual throng. Shankara says, the bearing of all afflictions without caring to redress them, being free at the same time from anxiety or lament on their score, is called titiksha, forbearance. A real student of good student of Vedanta must learn how to forbear the pairs of opposite. This whole world is nothing but pairs of opposite: happiness, unhappiness, profit, loss, heat, cold. Whatever you see in this world are the pairs of opposites, as thesis, antithesis. Love, hate, all these things. Happy, honor, dishonor. Now, what does it mean, titiksha, forbearance? When your mind is established on the Atman, you are unperturbed, unshaky. Nobody can disturb you. Nobody can disturb your mental peace. The yogis attain this virtue by practice. When you feel that you are fat or lean, that means your feeling is connected with the body. When you feel happiness and misery, your feeling, your experience, your consciousness is associated with the mind. That means it is not connected with the Atman. If it is connected with the Atman, you are beyond the pairs of opposites. Now we must say, Swami, why should I practice endurance? If you do not practice endurance, you will be miserable all the time. If somebody does not care for you or somebody hurts you, you are so depressed. But if you are a true busy student of Vedanta, why should I be depressed? I don't care. Swami Vivekananda was working in America. Some of the missionaries tried to spread a scandal against him. His American devotees asked him to protest because those are all black lies. You must defend yourself. You must protest. He said, why should I protest? The person who is spreading the scandal is the Atman. Same God, manifesting through different human beings. God is spreading a scandal against God. Why should I be upset? A sannyasi should not have any self-defense. Truth alone triumphs, not untruth. That was his answer. You see, he's a knower of Brahman. So this scandal, all these things could not bother him at all. Criticism. Swami Chetanananda, another disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, went to visit the governor because the governor made a statement against the Ramakrishna order that the Ramakrishna order is connected with political, is an asylum of the revolutionaries, and indirectly they are connected with politics. But it is not true. Swami Chetanananda took a monk with him and presented the truth, the facts to this governor. Then governor understood his mistakes. And this person did not ask even Swami Chetanananda to take a chair and to sit. So while coming back, the young monk was very much upset. You are such a executive head of the Ramakrishna order. This person humiliated you. I am very sorry. Why should you be sorry? Why are you sorry? Nobody can humiliate me. My body, my mind, I dedicated to Sri Ramakrishna. That was his answer. It does not disturb me at all. Just see. If you are a true student of Vedanta, if your mind is established in God, in Brahman, in Atman, na priya pris prishataha, happiness and misery will not be able to touch you. Well, Swami, then I shall be a log, like a brick in the wall. No feeling. You will have your feeling. There will be no problem about the feeling. What will happen, do you know? You will smile, seeing the ignorance of the people. Christ, when he was crucified, what did he say? Lord, forgive them. They do not know what they are doing. He did not become angry. He did not curse them. Lord, forgive them. His mind was established in God consciousness. Nothing can perturb him. Kutustha. Kutustha, do you know what is Kutustha means? Kutustha means, you have seen the anvil of the blacksmith. On that anvil, he puts the red hot. He grab with a prong and put it on the anvil and hits with the hammer. And that is the way he gives shape to that iron rod. So this anvil is called Kutustha. So when your mind is established in the Atman, you are like an anvil. Heat, cold, somebody is pounding on you. You have no body consciousness. You are beyond body, beyond mind. Nothing can disturb you. The moment you react, that means you are body conscious. You are not a good student of Vedanta. You must transcend the body idea. Whether you are spiritual or not, that is the sign. You see, spirituality cannot be measured with your body weight or with a tape. The first sign of spirituality is you have little body consciousness. You eat, you will have to give food and drink to your body. And second, you are unselfish. These are the two basic signs of a spiritual person. He has or almost nil body consciousness. Second, he is very unselfish. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Sha, 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 forbear, forbear, forbear. He who forbears survives. He who does not forbear perishes. So now you understand what is titiksha, forbearance. You see, a pain, suffering comes to the jnani and comes to an ignorant person also. The jnani knows that it is inevitable, so he forbears. Buddha said, do you know how I forbear? I endured. I pressed the teeth over teeth. In this way I endured all suffering, hunger, thirst. That is the way I control myself. With tremendous willpower, with tremendous determination, I conquered desire. I conquered body consciousness. Some people, those who do not have this forbearance, all the time complain. Complaining all the time. That means that person is very egotistic, sensitive, body conscious. For little things he will complain. According to time, according to place, according to situation, adjust. That is called life. The more power of adjustment you have, the more happy you are. The less power of adjustment you have, the more miserable you are. Learn how to adjust in human life. Holy Mother used to say, one must have forbearance like the Mother Earth. So many things are going on the Mother Earth. She never complains. Next quality, it is called 6 treasures. First is Shama, mental control of the mind. Dhamma, control of the senses. Uparati, how to draw the mind from the sense objects. 4th is forbearance. 5th, Samadhana. Nigrita isya manaso sarvanadau tadanuguna vishayi cha samadhi samadhanam. Samadhana is the constant concentration of the mind, thus restraint on hearing, etc., of the scriptural passages and other objects that are conducive to these. Such virtues as modesty, humility, etc. are meant. Or they may mean the service of the Guru, compiling of the Vedantic books, their preservation, etc. A person who has pretty control over his senses, who is not involved with too many worldly activities, who listens to Vedanta, reflects the teachings of Vedanta, meditates regularly. He who serves his Guru and studies Vedanta and tries to keep his mind in Atman, in his self or God constantly. That is called Samadhana. Do you know what I call sometimes the Samadhana? I call it spiritual hobby. But show me what is a spiritual hobby. Spiritual hobby is sometimes it may be music. You are a good singer, you love music, spiritual music. It may be that you are very much fond of studying the scriptures or studying the teachings of the great teachers of the world. that way you can enhance your wisdom. Or suppose you are a good writer or anything in that line. I call it a spiritual hobby. Gardening. You are making flowers for the Lord. Whatever you do, there must be some connection with the Lord. My hobby was, writing and chanting. Those are my hobbies. Collecting books, photographs, doing some research. That was my hobby. I used to work in the book department when I first joined the monastery. I had to pack books, cook food, all sorts of work. Whatever the authority asked us to give, we will have to do, obey. So we used to do from book packing till cooking, till writing, till editing, all sorts of work. But my main hobby was studying, and of course meditation is regular. As you eat regularly, you will have to meditate regularly. So that became my hobby. My hobby was the part of my spiritual life. Do you know what does it mean? It means your mind is always somehow or other is connected with God. Even when I was selling books in the bookshop or writing the invoices, I used to think these books will go to thousands of human beings all over the world. They will get knowledge of the Master. When I used to writing invoice, that was in my mind. These books, Sri Ramakrishna's books, Swami Vivekananda's books, Upanishad, Gita, all these books we used to sell at that time, quite a bit of books all over the world. It is a huge publication department. So that was my attitude. That was my philosophy. By reading these books, many people will attain wisdom. These people do not know me, have not seen me, but they will study Sri Ramakrishna's books, Swami Vivekananda's books. Even that office work I connected my mind with that. How can I send the books as quickly as possible so that the orders should not detain in our office? Or, I was always, my desk was always clear. No pending. I do not like pending business. This is called samadhana. His mind is always settled in God, in spiritual life. Next is Shraddha. Guru Upadishto Vedanta Vaikishu Vishwasa Shraddha. Shraddha is the faith in the truths of Vedanta as taught by the Guru. Gita, Mahabharata and other scriptures enjoined that spiritual practice without faith does not produce the requisite effect. Shraddhavan lavate jnanam. The person who has Shraddha attains knowledge. The Shraddha word cannot be translated into English. You don't have that idea. Shraddha means we translate as faith. Not only faith, sincerity, love, devotion, strength, steadfastness. Mixing all these ideas come the word Shraddha. Shraddha, sometimes do you know when the word Shraddha, how I think about Shraddha? Faith. Let us translate this way. Shraddha to me is just like the thick cloud of tornado, which has not yet started to blow. The moment the thick cloud accumulates, we hear the tornado watch, the siren of the tornado watch. That means be careful. tornado may come. So when the Shraddha comes in human mind, that person has tremendous power and velocity, tremendous force, willpower that takes him to his destination. Shraddha to what? Guru Vedanta, Guru Padishto Vedanta Vaikishu Shraddha Vishwaso. Guru, your teacher, gave you instruction. Hold it wholeheartedly and then move according to the instruction. That is called Shraddha. Do not compromise. Just hold and move forward. Some people rationalize, compromise, they dilute, they are not good students. Follow what your Guru said. I remember when we in boyhood days we had to read many stories. There is one story of the Mahabharata, still I remember. Guru said, you go and till the ground, and try to bring some water in the field so that we can get crop. And try to put a dam so that we can hold the water in the field. So the disciple was building a dam, and all of a sudden a part of the dam broke. So the disciple lay down and protecting the water. It was evening, Guru did not find this disciple. So he came to the field. Hello, are you there? Yes, sir, I am still here, lying down. And I made my body as the dam and protecting the water of your field. Guru was very much touched and blessed his disciple that he will be illuminated. He had so much faith in me. You have deep Shraddha in my words. I asked you to make the dam, to save the dam, and you did it. I remember it happened in China. A dam was about to break due to rain, rain was overflowing. If the dam breaks, I think at least 50 or 100,000 people will be washed away. So, 10 or 15,000 people went there and stood back to back and made human dam. And in the meantime, other people came and put the sandbag and saved the dam. I read in the book from Nikos Kazantzakis, China and Japan. 10,000 people back to back and made human dam. They love their country. They love their people. Guru Padishto Vedanta Vaikishu Shraddha. Beautiful word, Shraddha. Some people take instructions and go away. They do not practice. They do not have sincerity, love for the Guru. So they do not make progress either. If you really want to make the progress, you need that kind of steadfast love, devotion, sincerity. There are some people, Shalpa Buddha Vimani, the people who have little intellect, they always argue. Argumentative person. There is one young man came to Swami Brahmananda, and Maharaj was giving some instructions. And this boy, said something to Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda, Sri Ramakrishna's disciple. Maharaj said, "What do you know?" That boy said, "Maharaj, I have a master's degree. I am a MA. Oh, you have a master's degree. I bow down to you. Go." He did not say anything. I have a master's degree. Ego. Those who disbelieve their guru, do you know what happens to them? When the guru teaches, he may get some glimpses, but he cannot hold it. He cannot hold the teachings. The teachings do not penetrate inside the heart, so no transformation. It just enters through one ears and goes through the other. Ashraddha paramam papam shraddha papo pramochini. Mahabharata says, ashraddha, lack of faith, lack of shraddha, is a kind of sin, and shraddha destroys sin. Krishna says in the Gita, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. A man of shraddha attains knowledge. Next, mumukshuttam mokshecha. Mumukshutta is the yearning for spiritual freedom. When the aspirant is equipped with the three above mentioned sadhanas, he cannot but have a strong desire for liberation. Then alone does he become fit to receive from the spiritual guide the absolute knowledge. Shankara says in his Casual of Discrimination, Durlabam trame vaitat. These three things are rare among human beings. Manushyattam, mumukshuttam, mahapurusho samshraya. Do you know what is rare? Manushyattam, human life, is very rare. It is not easy to get a human life. Very difficult. Manushyattam, mumukshuttam, a desire for liberation. Mahapurusho samshraya, the company of a great soul. If you have these three in your life, you know that you have achieved something. Your life on the right track. Human birth, desire for liberation, and the company of a great soul, a great guru. Then your life is saved. Mumukshuttam. Mumukshuttam, ichha. Ichha means desire. Now, the question arises that the Upanishad says when all the desires of the heart are eradicated, then only a person becomes, the mortal becomes immortal. He attains Brahman. Always remember, as long as you have a desire, you are imperfect. You are in ignorance. You cannot attain God. Sri Ramakrishna gave an illustration. Desire is just like the fibers of a thread. If there is any too many fibers, it does not go through the eye of a needle. So, what do? You take the fiber, take a little water or moisture, and you rub this thread and make it one-pointed, then it will pass through the eye of a needle. That is the way it goes. So, it says, Jada Kamar, when all the desires are gone, at that time a person becomes immortal. So, why this student of Vedanta should desire for liberation? The answer is, this desire is not for the world. This desire for the Atman. Akamo Vishnu Kamo Va. Desire for God is not considered as a desire because the nature of the desire is to bind the soul. But the desire for God, desire for liberation, desire for the Atman illumines the soul. So this is not true desire. Kamana and Ichha are two different words. Kamana means desire for the anatma, impermanent sense objects. That is called kamana, desire. And Ichha, wishes, is not for the worldly things. It is for the divine, for the Atman. So, it is all right. If a person becomes Atmakama, desires for the Atman, Aptokama, self-contents, desire for contentment, that desire is not considered as a desire which brings bondage. Sri Ramakrishna gave couple of illustrations. All sweets are not sweet. For example, rock candy. If you take rock candy, it is not considered as a real sweet because it eradicates biles. It has a medicinal value. Some green spinaches are not good for human health, but hinche, a kind of green or spinach which grows on the top of the water in our part of the country. I have not seen that in this country. They are very good. It controls the acidity and other human problems. So all desires are not bad. A desire to study Vedanta, desire to come to Vedanta temple, desire to have a teacher, desire to practice meditation. These desires are covetable, good desires. The question arises, this desire for liberation, this desire comes where? Who desires it? Does consciousness desire liberation? Or the object, drishya, avidya, ignorance desires liberation? Means ego. A pure consciousness cannot have desire because it is beyond the phenomena. A desire is not the property, the nature of the ego. Moreover, it says desire, doubt, resolution, faith, lack of faith, riddhi, bashfulness, intellect, all these things belong to the mind. So this desire originates. Where does the desire rise in human system? This desire originates in the mind, which is consciousness and unconsciousness together. Mind is just like a book. It cannot have any desire. It is matter. Mind is not conscious. When Atman becomes connected with mind, the mind becomes conscious. That is called individuality. That is called ego. So in that, individual being has desire. Ego does not have any desire. When the ego connected with consciousness becomes jiva, individual being, that person is the doer, enjoyer. That person feels, I am bound, I am free. Always try to understand, who are you? You say, I am an individual being. What does it mean? It means your body-mind organism, especially your intellect and the mind, we call it antakarana. When the Atman reflects there, it becomes conscious. And that is called individuality. That individuality is you. That my individuality is me. This infinite space, when it is contained in a jar, we call it jar space, cup space, saucer space. So this infinite space is limited by this way, jar space, cup space. Similarly, this all-pervading consciousness becomes limited by body-mind organism. And I think I am Chetanananda, I am John, I am Jack, I am Mary. All these individualities grow because we limit ourselves. We connect ourselves with body and mind organism. This association is due to ignorance. एवं भूतो प्रमता अधिकारी शांतो दांतो इत्यादि श्रुते उक्तश्च प्रशांत चित्ताय जितेन्द्रियाय च प्रहीन दोषाय यथोक्तकारिणे गुणान्विताय अनुगताय सर्वदा प्रदेयमेतात सतता मुमुक्षवे. Such an aspirant is a qualified student, for it is said in the Shruti passages, quiet, subdued. It is further said, this is always to be taught to one who is of tranquil mind, who has subjugated his senses, who is free from faults, obedient, endowed with virtues, always submissive, and who is constantly eager for liberation. So, such an aspirant is a qualified student. A jeev, individual being, is the student. Shanto danto. Shanto means endowed with qualification mentioned such as Shama Dhamma. One commentator opines that a monk alone is qualified to receive the highest knowledge, as the householder has no leisure for the study of Vedanta on account of his being preoccupied with various ritualistic functions. The Shruti is cited as a scriptural evidence of Shama, etc., being considered as prerequisites of knowledge. He therefore that knows it after having become quiet, subdued, satisfied, patient, and collected, sees the self in self. Shanto Danta. When you sit for meditation, first try to see this way. First sit, let my body. First silence your body. I shall not move. Then silence your senses. Then silence your mind. And then wait. What will happen? You will feel tremendous serenity, calmness in the mind. There is no more thought waves in the mind. Then you will get the glimpse of the Atman. You can see, visualize the form of your chosen ideal. Sadananda Yogendra quoted from Upadesha Shastri by Shankaracharya that a guru is waiting to give his wisdom knowledge to a student. He is eager to give it to a right person. So, as the student is seeking a guru is also seeking a student. Because he thinks, if I die, all my wisdom will go with me. I want to give to a person who will carry my message. Christ has 12 disciples. Sri Ramakrishna had 16 disciples. In ancient time, we see this Brahma Vidya. Went to these sages and told them, don't teach me indiscriminately to the people. I shall not be able to bear any result. Because if the ground is not ready, if the guru imparts this knowledge, it will not work. Christ said that if you throw the seeds, some may fall on the stone, some may fall into the bushes. They will not bear any crop. Those seeds will not bear any crop. He'll have to cultivate the land. Then you will have to fertilize it. Then you will have to irrigate it. Then you will have to put your seed. That seed will grow. So the preparation is the most important thing in spiritual life. Prepare yourself. It takes life. Beautiful. Gunanitayo anugatayo sarvada pradam etat satatam mumukshave. Guru must check a disciple. Then he will impart the knowledge. Naita tvaya dambikayo nastikayo shatayo cha ashusrushu abhaktayo durbinitayo diyotam. The Bhagavad says, before you give instructions to a person, check the following things. Dambik, if the student is very egotistic or not. If he is egotistic, don't talk. Second, Nastikayo, atheist, does not believe in God. Shatayo, he is a cheat, hypocrite. Don't teach that fellow. Asusrushev, and this person does not want to serve. Don't teach this knowledge. Don't give this knowledge to that person. Abhaktaya, he is not a devotee. Durbinitaya, headstrong. Indisciplined. These teachings will not work for them. First, egotistic, atheist, cheat, hypocrite, who does not want to serve, who is not a devotee, and who is indisciplined. A teacher may be a Nwara, Brahman, maybe Sri Ramakrishna, but his teachings will not work. Prashanta chittayo jitindriyayo cha prahina doshayo jathokto karini gunanitayo onugatayo sarvada. Onugata, humble, submissive, obedience. Then the Guru's heart will melt for the disciple and he will give his everything to that person. The parents, when they make their will, if they find that there's some children may be drunkard and extravagant, but my whole wealth will be ruined by this son, I shall not give anything to that son. Better I shall make a trust. He loves his son, but a little bit money will go to that son, not my entire wealth. Because this fellow will ruin my entire money. Similarly, Guru selects the disciple very carefully. Up to this tonight, if you have any questions, please ask.
Earlier you talked about withdrawing the mind when there's problems.
Mm-hmm.
Is that on a different level than forbearance then?
It is a different level. Do you know what, as I understand, they call it upurati. Upurati means this person has controlled the mind, controlled the senses, but time to time again mind goes to the sense objects. So he withdraws, he practices. Oh no. He takes vows, he withdraws. No, I shall not be attached to that anymore. Forbearance is different. When the happiness and misery, all this comes, he forbears. But this person is practicing non-attachment, He's withdrawing. No. I shall be attached. I should not do that. He's a student, He's still not perfect. Still his curiosity is there. Time to time desire for enjoyment comes to his mind. But he withdraws. No. That is called the struggle period. He struggles. Temptation comes. Oh, no. He discriminates. If I get involved, if I yield to, I will be nowhere. There will be no I should not compromise about my ideal. So he withdraws and fights. That is a struggling period. You see, until and unless you are completely illumined, that little desire remains in the mind. In a subtle way, it may not manifest, but it is there. Swami Chetanananda used to tell a story of a monk. 30 years he lived in a cave. One day he heard the sound of the anklets of a girl and came out from the cave to see the face of that girl. Then after coming out from the cave, he is saying, 30 years I practiced my meditation, still a little curiosity for a woman came into my mind to see the face of a girl. I must punish myself. Swami Chetanananda said. He sat at the threshold of the cave and never moved. And later, I think without taking any food, he gave up his body. It is a story, I do not know how far it is true, but Swami Chetanananda, told this story. A little desire sometimes pops up. A real student of Vedanta. This is the beauty, that suppose you made some mistakes in your life, that doesn't mean that it is over. You must struggle till death. You must discipline yourself. The more you discipline yourself, do you know what will happen? You will be very strong. Suppose you are driving car very fast, in front of you, perhaps a little child or somebody's dog. What do? You give a tremendous brake. You put your both feet on the brake. Sometimes, the car may move a little bit, it will give a tremendous jerk, but you stopped it. Similarly, when the mind goes to the down plane, downward, just stop it. Shankara gave a good illustration. Suppose you have a tennis ball, it dropped from your hand from the 5th floor. It will drop over the steps, top. It will not stop until and unless it reaches the 1st floor. Similarly, suppose when your mind is going downward, the moment 1 or 2 steps, immediately you go and grab it. No, I want to go to the bottom plane. Come, get up. You can jump 3-4 steps and grab it and bring it upward. The yogis know how to do it with tremendous willpower. I must make it in this life. I must do it. Bad habits, I must give up, which is wrong. I was telling one boy, he smokes pot. How much do you spend? $150 per month. Where do you get money? I work in the kitchen. He's a student. Why do you smoke? Swami, all boys smoke in our class. If I do not smoke, I am the only exception. I go, my goodness, I did not know that. All boys are smoking pot. If I do not smoke, I will be the exception. I will be the exception. But then I shall not get any friends. I shall be your friend. Just see the problem. Peer pressure. If you do not part, will you die? You will not die. Sometimes I ask people, I know a person smokes. I said, with that, could you buy nice vegetables, some nice groceries with that money? Some fruits and vegetables? They are good for your health. Perhaps tobacco planters will engage a mafia to kill me. Well, you are going to ruin our business. Anyhow, some people have habit, what to do. My father used to smoke. But hubble bubble, tobacco. That man who died 100 years old, that George, he used to smoke cigar. He lived 100 years. I want to see one of his movies, Oh God, or something like that. Masatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mritvarma amritam gamaya, aviravirma yedhi, rudrajate dakshinam mukham, tenamam pahi nityam, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality, light us through and through.